Hi, my name is Reggie Rusan. My company is Simple Tech Solution. We help companies become GDPR compliant. GDPR stands for the General Data Protection Regulation, which took effect this year in May. I have a Finnish business partner that speaks Swedish, so we are able to provide services in Finnish, Swedish, and in English, so we cover the Finnish population quite well. I started my company here because I had spent 30 years in the corporate world, and when I moved to Finland, I decided I wanted a different challenge. Investigated starting a business and found that it was quite easy to do so. It's well documented and you can get lots of good expertise and advice from the Finnish entrepreneurs societies.
Teachers are definitely the key behind excellence and equity in education. I mean, what parents want for their children is not just academically strong achievers, but they want their kids to be happy and healthy, who have the whole package to succeed really well in life. So if you're a school owner or administrator, you want to give the parents what they want for their kids. It's not only the right thing to do, but it's the clever thing to do. Hi, I'm Pirja Suhonen, the founder of ALO Finland, which is offering digital teacher training on Finnish education. Through the ALO Finland courses, the teachers will be learning with and from Finnish educators who are considered the best in the world. I often hear the argument that Finnish education cannot work elsewhere. Nonsense. I mean, obviously, there is no copy-paste option. However, there are plenty of practical examples and principles that can be applied anywhere you go. Education should be, it already is, but it could be even more global than it is nowadays. It would be silly not to learn from each other. The choice is yours. Do you want future test takers or change makers, risk takers, innovators? Invest in teachers and the rest will follow.
Everybody! Oh, a show you need to know. Hey, hey, hey. The Betong is that show. Efficient marketing, your networking, motivation. Everybody! Come you all. The Betong is that show.
For how long are you going to sit and wait? For how long do you want to share your success stories? Someone out there is waiting for that opportunity. Are you looking for an environment to share your success stories? To share your business ideas? What are you waiting for? The Betong Show is here to answer all your worries. The Betong Show is just toward business innovation, networking, education, and motivation. It creates an environment for business persons like you to share your business ideas and your success stories. The Betong Show creates awareness for business opportunities. It enables you to do proper networking and gain exposure in whatever you do. It creates an online presence and motivate others to keep doing what they love. Do you want to be left out? Follow the Betong Show live every week on Wednesdays and learn new innovative ideas that will make your business grow. Learn how to network properly and what it takes to become a successful business person. The Betong Show is here to change lives. It's here to change mindset. Don't be left out.
Efficient marketing, your networking, motivation. Everybody, come you all. The Betong is that show.
Hello, everyone. You're welcome today. Again, an immigrant's journey in Finland. I'm here with Mejame Christabel as co-host. Christabel, you're welcome to this amazing program, Immigrant's Journey in Finland.
Thank you very much, Betong. I'm honored to be part of this show. I'm honored to be hosting this show, and I'm so excited to get to meet our guest speakers. And I know that there is a lot we are going to learn from them. They are really going to inspire us by their stories. Thank you for for providing this platform for us to be able to do this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. For those who don't know me, I'm the veteran. I'm a B2B and B2C network builder, a multimedia entrepreneur, among many other things. But we are not here to talk about me. I know most of you have been seeing me on live, now and then. But today we have special guests. Most of you already know this amazing guests. We're going to present them to you today, and the purpose for this program is just to share their story, their journey here in Finland, to engage in an open conversation so that everyone can, at one point, relate or communicate or connect with them, and in order to encourage each and every one of us to go through our own journey here in Finland. So let me welcome Georgiana Fosang. You're welcome, madam, to this program.
Hello, thank you very much, Debeton. The pleasure is all mine. I'm really super excited to find myself here, to be given this honor, this privilege. Thank you very much. And thank you, Christabel, the wonderful Iron Lady of Finland.
Having you here is like having the governor of Finland, to this program.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, Georgiana Fosang, you are welcome. We are very happy to have you here today. I must say you're such an inspiration to many, at least for those that are getting to know you more now. And it's a pleasure for us to have you here. And please don't keep anything, because we are out here to spill it all out. You tell us all the secrets and everything, and let us know how we can follow your footsteps. You are so welcome.
Thank you very much.
We have another amazing guest. I don't know if you guys are excited, but I'm excited about this one. She has to give us a lot of information, not only about herself, but about her journey here in Finland. I believe most of us, or many of us, are going to be inspired from her story in Finland. You are welcome, Yvonne, to this program.
Hello, thanks for having me.
The way you're smiling is like we are going to have just keep our backs ready to pour, to just save most of the answers that you're going to be giving us today. From the question that we're going to be asking you.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be on this show.
Okay. I think I will allow Christabel to slay you guys first. So just Christabel, who do you want to begin with to start slaying them? Just slay. Let's slay them.
Okay. Maybe I'll start with Georgiana Fosang. Georgiana Fosang, I've known you for quite a while. In fact, I wouldn't say for a long time now. I must say that personally, it's now that I'm getting to know the power in you, your potentials, and I must say you're such an inspiration. And it is like some sort of a Christmas cadeau having you here right now in this season. So my first question for you would be maybe I know you a little bit more. Our audience need to know you. Can you tell our audience who are you? Just a little bio about yourself, biography about yourself. Just tell them whatever you want to let us know. Who is Georgiana Fosang?
Thank you very much, Christabel. Well, I'm Georgiana Fosang, as you all know. By birth from Cameroon, by nationality, I'm a Finn. Yeah, I come from Balinyonga, for those who know Balinyonga in Cameroon. I'm a proud Balinyonga lady. I come from a family of 7, 1 died, so we are 6. I moved to Finland May 2011 to join my husband, my sweet husband, Stanley. Stanley your text for those who check on him on Facebook. Yeah, so that's me. About me, back in Cameroon, I have phases or series of issues to talk about. Back in Cameroon, I studied law and I left Cameroon I was working in a law firm, so I actually left the office to Finland to meet my husband. That's what actually brought me to Finland. And I'm just this pushful person. I'm this person, I don't let things come my way and just go. I like to grab opportunities when I see them. So when I moved to Finland, of course, it was a cold and new place. But again, I told myself I can't just let it go. The cold nature of the country shouldn't just eat me up. So I decided to continue with my pushful nature to grab whatever comes my way. So I started with the language, I studied the language here, and that's how it brought me into many things. From the language, I found myself doing something else, I found myself doing something else, which actually still paid me off. So that's Georgiana for those who want to know me. That's just all about me. I'm just that normal person you can have there.
Wow, Georgina, for what a wonderful introduction of yourself. But you mentioned something. You said that you left the office in Cameroon to Finland as a lawyer, probably an assistant lawyer. As we all know in Africa, being a lawyer or studying law and actually practicing is a very prestigious job that most people will not want to trade for anything. Like, what really motivated you to drop your job and then join your husband? I've actually heard some women actually say, I can't leave my job because the job is like, it gives them a certain level of, prestige. I can't leave my job. It's either you're coming home or I'm not coming. Like, what was your motivation?
Well, actually, love is strong. Love has power. Love has energy.
Of course.
love can do and can undo. So for love, of course, we find ourselves doing things maybe we least expected to do. So for love, I told myself, if I'm strong there, I could be strong elsewhere. So location didn't have anything to do with me. I believed in the innermost person that is in me.
Wow. That's a good takeaway. Like, believe in yourself, believe in your potentials, and be ready to make a move and make changes when the opportunities do show up. My next question for you would be about your life in Finland. You mentioned that you came and you found yourself doing something that, you didn't quite complete the statement. Would you please elaborate more on that?
Yeah, the thing is that when I moved to Finland, I moved to precisely May 2011. I came in, and next week I found myself at the unemployment office where I started finding. I really have to thank God for my husband, because he took me. We started moving from one place to the other. The first thing I was really interested in was the language, because I realized they were speaking. I can speak English and French, but I realized I was getting some other languages which were like not echoing well in my head. So I said to myself, there's definitely no way I'm going to make it without being able to communicate in that same language. So I started having this thirst, this desire to know the language. That's how a week after my stay in Finland, I went in search for this knowledge. Once I arrived at the TE office, they told me, yes, there is a queue. We need to queue up. There are others who came earlier. But if you want, you could have this list of language schools. Go search for yourself. If you are that smart, you could get. So that's how I started searching every day, even searching for the paid language schools. And trust me, 2 weeks after my stay in Finland, I got a place to study language, which was to some people like, whoa, how, where, how, So that's how I found myself studying the language. And trust me, studying the language for me was a big, big issue. It was I took it as if I was going in for a degree. So we need to be serious in everything we are doing. I had big books, I had lecture books, I had papers, I was watching kids' cartoons. I was so busy with it. I was going in for a degree program in language, actually, for me. So
Wow.
while I was actually still in the language school, I started telling myself, what next? And in the language school, the teachers, I really have to say, God should really bless those Finnish teachers in Finland. They are doing good. They are trying. Even they kept speaking the Finnish while we are struggling to reply in English. So at some point, the teachers were like, "Oh, this is the time in Finland where people apply for schools and stuff like that. So it's good to have a view, to have an idea about, the applications and how the questions look like." Trust me, we went for a trial just to see how they looked like. That's how I got an admission letter for nursing. So I went to try, I went to try the exams to know how they appear in Finnish language, and I passed that exam.
Wow.
So that's how I switched from law to practical nursing.
Practical nursing. Wow.
You get it?
Wow.
So that's how, because some people, I remember some friends back home were asking me, like, how did you find yourself into nursing? You were doing law back here. I was like, you can't understand. It's a big show. It's a big package on its own. You can't understand. So while in the nursing school, the practical nursing school, actually, I felt really sweet. It was good. I liked the new field. I liked the new experience, the new things. And the smart person we all are, I embraced it with a lot of courage. It wasn't, and you won't believe it, it was actually in Finnish language. It was challenging. Imagine staying in Finland for 6-7 months and entering a nursing school where you're studying in Finnish. It was really challenging, but I took it up and I said to myself, you've gone through more difficult and challenging things. This is not the first thing you've seen, so grab it.
Wow.
That's how I went through it. It was hard. I still remember some Finnish classmates telling me in Finnish, "Tämä ei ole suomen kielen kurssi," as in this is not a Finnish language course, because I kept telling the teachers, "Voisitko toistaa? Could you repeat, please? Could you repeat?" I would not let them go, and they were patient.
Oh,
I must confess, they were really, really patient.
I love your energy. I can see if one is like whispering to me, like I want to talk about mine, or I want to talk about mine. I can feel if one like saying, "No, you have been talking to me now. Share, it's my time now."
So they were really patient. They were really patient, and I'm really grateful about that. So that's how I found myself in nursing, and I really, really love it. And after graduating, I've been working. I've worked in hospitals. I've worked in elderly people's homes. I've worked with those who need rehabilitation, and I'm really enjoying it. But then I didn't want to forget what I had done before. So I took the bold step and told myself, Georgia, you can't just leave this law you've studied for 3+1 year in Cameroon. Now take it up and start it all over again.
So,
and that's
Georgia,
how I started.
We are going to leave that juicy part after we speak with Yvonne Esther.
Okay.
So, see how Yvonne is like, now it's my turn. Like, let me split it out.
There is more juicy part coming in from Georgia, so we'll make a quick move to Yvonne Esther, and why Georgia is keeping that juice for us. So the baton, please, can you take over?
Yvonne, now it's my turn to slay you.
Yes.
I mean, I remember the first time I met with you was in Crazy Town when the Afrofield networking event for Africa. That was when I met you, and I was like, wow, so such a person live in Finland, and I haven't come across you. But I become so curious and want to know. Not only me, I believe also viewers who want to know who are you and what you do here in Finland and why you came to Finland in the first place.
So my name is Akiding Yvonne Esther. I'm Ugandan. So I studied my bachelor's degree in Algeria. It's a French-speaking country, so I do know French. I had to.
Bonjour.
So I had to learn it fire and then do my bachelor's in mechanical engineering. So in my final year of my degree, I applied for a master's to come and study in Finland. So that's how I ended up in Finland. Fortunately, I got accepted and I came to do my master's in Lappeenranta University of Technology. So I did my master's in energy technology and business. So during my studies, fortunately, in my final year, when I was writing my thesis, I applied for how can I say? I reached out to, just like how Georgina was saying, you have to be bold. You have to go for what you want. So I remember there was this lady, because I'm very passionate about the energy sector. So there's this lady I followed on LinkedIn. I've forgotten her name. And she's also in the energy sector. So I remember I inboxed her and I asked her, I'm going to graduate soon and I would like to do like a graduate trainership in one of the energy companies in Finland. Would you give me some advice on how to go forward? So she was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. She said, go for it, apply, go on their website, write down all the energy technology companies that you know about, and then go on their website and see if they're advertising about programs. So yes, I did that. Unfortunately, I got many rejection letters. But then one time, that's when I say I'm really favored by the Lord. So I was on Facebook and I saw an advertisement of there's a program Wärtsilä. Actually, I'm a market development analyst for Wärtsilä in energy business. So there was an advertisement. So I decided to apply for it. I didn't think much of it because, you know, when you keep applying and they keep rejecting you, you kind of lose hope. So I didn't think much of it. So I passed through the first phase. They sent me an email and said, you passed through the first phase. You're now in the second phase. Please answer these questions and record yourself answering these questions. I was like, okay, let me try it. I still at the back of my mind, I'm like, I know they're going to reject me. You know. So I still did the questions and I sent them through. And then I remember one Friday they sent me an email and told me they would want to meet me in person and have an interview with me. I was like, okay. They want to meet me. Wow. So they sent me the details where the company is located, and then we were given a case study where we're supposed to build a financial business model for a particular case. And then during the interview, you were supposed to present it. And then also they would ask you the questions about the case and also general interview questions. So we had a week to prepare for that. And then I remember one Friday afternoon, because I was living in Tampere then, I came to Helsinki, did the interview. Fortunately, it went well, but they told me they'll get back to me in a week. It took 2 weeks. So after 2 weeks, I got a call from the HR. And then she told me, I have news for you. I have good news and bad news. Which one do you want first? I was like, okay, give me the bad news first. Unfortunately, you didn't get that position, but we would want to interview you for another role. So I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, so how soon is this? They said Monday. That was Friday evening when they called me. I was like, Monday would want to interview for another role. I told them, but unfortunately, I can't travel again to Helsinki. Can I have it online? They were like, perfect. We'll have it on Skype. I was like, okay. So we had and I had another interview. And then fortunately, I got the role that I interviewed for. So I've been in Wärtsilä 1.5 years, and I can say it has blown my mind because
Wow. What an amazing story. Viewers, you say you're joining us. This is a program to engage in an open conversation, to understand the unique stories of immigrants, opportunities, challenges, lessons learned, and hopefully advanced strategies to forge ahead with what we have here in Finland to promote Finland in terms of internationalization. We do know there are a lot of challenges here in Finland, and we do know most immigrants have gone through different challenges here. And this program is just to have an open conversation for us to learn from each other, to be our backbone, kind of like support each other in terms of based on our own journey here in Finland. And we have heard from Esther. She has shared an amazing story about how she came to Finland and how she struggled before getting the job that she's in now. But before we continue, we're going to have a short break, 30 seconds. I want to know more about Esther and why did she keep going despite having rejection from the numerous applications. Yeah, I think we lost Esther. I know she's gonna come back soon. But for those who are watching, guys, please keep sharing this content. You cannot tell if say there's someone in your network who might be in need of such content to go to the next level. I think while we wait for Esther, we are going to go to Georgiana, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, you are highly welcome. Once more.
Thank you, Debeton.
I know I've been talking, but I want to post something really deep, to you.
Mm.
You came in a community where people believe that you have to do only what others have done before you. What I mean to say is like going an extra mile is kind of like a waste of time. Like people will discourage you, give you this kind of mindset to you cannot do this, you cannot do that. Tell me how manage you survive this environment and to an extent that you are where you are today.
Well, thank you, Debeton, for this smart one. That's actually a smart one, The truth is, I must confess that when I came into Finland, I had that too. I had people like us, of course, telling you, yeah, here, when you come here, this is just what you should do. But as I said earlier, I believe a lot in that person in me. I am bold, I know that, and I believe in me. I believe if it's not more than me, then I can do it. I don't believe in what happened to another person. So for this reason, we have to be bold and take the horse by its horn. We have to really be bold. So I said to myself, of course, I heard that like in Finland, we know everyone must be a nurse, everyone must do nursing. But then I said to myself, I'm more than a nurse. Of course, nursing, I can add that into my stuffs, but I am more than that. So I think the only thing is to believe in you and to try, keep going, keep trying it, just try it. There is no harm in trying. I think that's what really helped me, that spirit of trying. That's really what helped me. I believed in trying.
Okay, that's awesome.
And so Jojo, now for some having explained that it would take us to the juicy part, which we didn't. I said you could leave it for later. So, tell us about your journey getting into starting the law program in at the University of Helsinki.
Well, Christabel, this has been something that has been turning into my head for many years. On several occasions, I've told myself, hey, I need to apply this year. Then I'm like, no. At times, I'm like, I need to apply for the registered nurse. I'm like, no. So it just came to a point last year, ending last year, when I said to myself, okay, I've got enough of it. I've gone through all the places you can work as a nurse in Finland. I've seen practically everything. And I said to myself, so what next? What's that next step? That innermost person in me kept telling me, you dropped me there. There is something you left. Go back to it. And I have this uncle of blessed memory today, George Gang, who passed away. He kept telling me all the time, Georgiana, remember the law. Don't forget about it. And my sweet daddy also, Daddy Babila Gang Joseph, keeps telling me all the time, I'm waiting for that PhD. I told myself, okay, now I'm a practical nurse. So am I going to start from that practical nurse going up? When will I reach that level? I said, okay, now I have something. The first step, I need to get these certificates recognized. They should be recognized in Finland. That's something many people don't know here. We have many scholars. We have many people who have studied back at home. Get your certificates recognized here in Finland. So that was the very first thing I did. I got my certificates from law recognized.
How were you able to do that? Can you
You
tell
have
us
to go through what they
do?
I think the office is found in Hakaniemi. You have to just go there. I went there, told them, okay, I have this degree plus one in law from Africa. What do I do? How am I going to get anyone know that I have this? How do I let them recognize? So she was like, okay, call this number. I called a certain number, still at the office there. While there, I called a certain number and they told me, okay, drop copies of this and this and this and this, write this name on top and drop it there at the info desk. We will call you back. That's all I did. I left the document there. I was told like a month later that, okay, we are working on your document. We are making the findings. As soon as this is done, we will let you know. It took practically a year and trust me, it was done. I was called and sent an email, your documents have been recognized and blah, blah, blah. This is recognized, your bachelor's recognized, but your matrice, what we call matrice, is not, of course, like a 3-year plus 1. It's not up to a master because master's is +2, but this is +1. So they said, okay, you will definitely need to do something else to be able to be at the level of the master's. I said, okay, that's fine. That's how I found myself back. I said, okay, now I need to get to that level. And I applied for the master's. I said to myself, I'm going to apply for what I like. And I must thank my sweet sister. We really have to thank ourselves. Yes, she knows herself. Yes, we have this big sister in Turku doing this great and wonderful job. She helped me. She helped me go through the process. She opened up everything to me. Elizabeth Eta. Yes. She was always there to tell, yes, go for it, try it, try it, do this, and try that. So with her help and with her advice and everything, I found myself like having things just going smoothly. It's always good to resort to help when you need it. Don't be shy. Ask people. There are definitely people who know more than you and who can tell you what you failed to know. So she actually gave me good advice and help. I have to thank her openly here. Maybe she doesn't know what she did to me, but I must say it. So that's how I found myself applying for the course. When I was scared. I was kind of scared, like, oh, I got it. Yes, I got it. So it really told me, it gave into me, or it pushed into me and said to me that, hey, it means whatever you need, in as much as you get it. So please, guys, whatever you've been dreaming of doing, that thing you had done and left, that passion you had, just press the button and go for it. You'll be surprised how easy it's going to come to you. Let's put that stigma we have at the back that no, it can't happen. Maybe because I'm in Finland. No, it can happen.
Wow, amazing. It's like we should allow you to talk till tomorrow. Can you please keep talking? Like, I want to hear more. But let me go back to Esther. Esther, before you left, we were about to
having issues, so I don't know.
I realized you have a connection issue. But I want to go back to the question I mentioned earlier before the break. You applied to many positions.
Yes.
And get rejections, but still you keep on pushing. Why? Why didn't you just leave Finland?
First of all, I can, like how my sister said, you have to have a good support system. So I had friends who knew that I was applying for several positions, and I kept talking to them, and every time I would tell them, what if they said no? They said even though they said no, it's okay. If one door closes, a window will open. So keep pushing. And then I'm also I'm a high achiever. And if I want something, I will go for it. I remember even before I came to Finland, I told one of my friends that I'm going to work hard and those people are going to see my effort and they will want to retain me. So I knew what I wanted. And first of all, the course that I did in energy, Finland is among the countries that is promoting energy. So it was no use of me just studying and then leaving, and yet they promote energy technology that much. So even though they said no, yes, it's depressing, but rejection means redirection into another path. So even though they said no, I knew someday a door would open. And also had friends that were really, really supportive. I had a friend that I used to talk to. His name is called Emeka. I really thank God for that friend. Like he's God sent. And he has an email. In his email box, he has a folder where he dedicates it for all his rejection letters. So I remember he told it to me.
Wow.
And you see all these, I've applied for over 100 positions and all these are rejections. But that didn't stop me from applying. So go show them who you are. Give it your best. If they say no, it's still okay. You still have to push on. So I gave it my all and I left it to them and God.
Wow. And Esther, are you proud of you now?
Who?
Are you proud of you now? Are you proud of what you have become?
I can say I have grown. I can say that I have evolved from who I used to be and I've grown. Okay, I've made some mistakes and you learn from your mistakes, but I have, from the past few years, I can see there's a growth.
So if say they take Esther 10 years ago and win now, she will hug you like wow, you have done this, Okay. Let me go to sorry, Isabel, let me just rush to the journal and ask her one tricky question, which I think is not even tricky, but it's something that she already understand and she will answer anyway. Why did you get into politics, Juliana? Why? I mean, why are you in politics? In Finland, for that matter, why are you in politics?
That's a sweet one. Politics is for politicians, and politicians are normal, natural human beings like every other person. So I got into politics because I'm a human being, I'm a person, I'm bold, and I enjoy and I like trying everything that comes my way. That's just the reason why I got into politics.
Awesome.
Wow.
And the next thing that made politics was the fact that I thought of bringing change I like to try things. I like to see change. I like to be part of change. And I've found myself in situations whereby I said to myself, hey, you two are important here. You two can influence. So why are you staying back? Why are you staying at the back? The only way I could influence and make my people join the crew was to enter politics.
Wow.
Wow.
That's us. That's
So I
That's
entered
really
politics
important.
for my people and for Finland as a whole.
wow.
Wow. Wow, what a great politician you're going to be. The best politicians are the ones that care more about, the local people, those people that are like the minority in the society, those people that are not being heard. And from our backside discussions, I could draw that you're very passionate about these groups of people, and also the party for which you are running for as a candidate for the municipal elections in the city of Vanta also are very much inclined to this group of persons. So if I would ask you, what are your visions for this party? Like, if you can tell us a little bit about the party for which you are running and also your vision for the party and for the people of Vanta that you will be ruling over.
Thank you very much, Christabel. Actually, Finland has many political parties. Keskusta, the center party, inclusive. I am for Keskusta. In English, center party. I try to call it Keskusta because that's the commonly known name.
Yeah.
Maybe saying center party, many people might not really catch it, but I'm going to be using Keskusta so that people should exactly know what I'm talking about. But then it's the center party. So I joined Keskusta because they had certain things which were in line with my reason for becoming a politician. Keskusta is this political party that is there not like for those whose voices are not heard. They are there for those who are hiding under the blankets. They are out to bring equality between human beings, regardless of your color, regardless of your texture, regardless of your age and your status. So Keskusta for me was that best party I could join. Keskusta is out for solutions. I try to go through their points, what they advocate and stuff like that. They are out for solutions. They are solution bringers. They are out to make things happen. For instance, when the Vanta municipality decides to do something, Keskusta comes in with their expertise to see how it could be manifested or put into place. Keskusta handles, as I said, they handle or they deal and they encourage those whose voices are rarely heard, like the foreigners. We all know that our voices actually align under there. The elderly people who stay at home, we have sets of elderly people who stay in the elderly people's homes. Those ones, of course, they are really under care 24/7, and they have people, around them and all the like. But those who live at home, trust me, they meet nurses at particular time. But they spend a whole part of their life lonely. Keskusta is there for such people. Like, they are out to see how the best could be gotten out of these people, how to give the best to such people. Keskusta is out to see how the nature and stuffs are going to be the best. So for me, that was the best party. I know I'm an immigrant, yes. I know my voice is under there, yes. So I needed that party ready to receive me, ready to listen to me, ready to see how I'm well, ready to see what happens to my life, ready to see what happens to my kids, what happens to workers.
Yeah, so I would definitely say you represent the immigrant community in Finland within your party, so they can see for themselves like the day-to-day dealings of how immigrants do live their lives on a day-to-day basis in Finland, and the difficult, like the challenges that they face, and the things that could be done to improve their life and also their well-being in Finland. So, Yvonne Esther, I will just go over to you. It's really interesting that you could find a job in that capacity in Finland. Like, it's a wow. It's a wow. And would you say that you've been well integrated into the company culture at this point? Like, it's over 1.5 years now that you've been working with
Yes.
with Sila.
Yes.
Yeah. How would you describe the company culture?
I like the fact that it's an yes, it's a Finnish company, but it's international. So it's all over the world. It's all over Africa. It's all over Asia, Southeast Asia, everywhere, Americas. So it's really an international company. And then I also like the fact that it's diverse. There are so many people I have met who are foreigners. So for example, even in the intake that they took in my year, there were people from Vietnam. There's so many foreigners, and they like the fact that they treat us like one. So I haven't experienced any like discrimination. No, we work very well. There's good teamwork. So it has really blown my mind. And they advocate for diversity in the country, in the company, which is really, really, really good. Yeah.
Okay, that is really wonderful to know. So, what is the work language?
The work language is Finnish. Sorry, it's English. But it depends on which region you are and in which region the projects are. So I've had projects which are in French, and because of my French language, it was easier for me to connect and communicate with people in French. So, but the work language is mainly English because it's an international company.
Okay, wow. That's really good to know, because often when myself, I've seen a couple of adverts, for example, from LinkedIn, and when I'm so excited when I see that it's written in English, and I'm like, oh, this one is going to be English, oriented. And by the time I get all to the bottom of the description of the job, and then I say perfect fluent Finnish and English, I'm like, oh my God.
Actually, in their advice,
what advice would you give to those of us that have this feeling the moment we go down and then we see that should be able to communicate fluently in Finnish and English? Because normally for me, I'm just like, oh, now this one is not for me. So what advice can you give me and many others out there who do this? Will you advise us to just apply anyway, or like look for what suits our own skills at that point in time?
So I would advise, as a foreigner, if you're in a country, especially if it's a foreign country and there's a foreign language, learn the language. It's an added advantage. So in cases where fortunately for me, when I applied, the advert said English speaking, nothing more. They said you had to be fluent in speaking English, nothing more. They didn't care about Finnish. So with those companies that I say you have to be fluent in Finnish, likely they are going to take someone who's both fluent in Finnish. Chances are slim, very, very slim, that they will take someone who doesn't know Finnish. So my advice to someone would be, at least learn the language, know how to communicate. Know if someone speaks, you can understand, you get. Me, myself, I don't know Finnish, but I've taken it as a challenge. Starting next year, I'm going to learn the language, because I'm living here, and it would be another added advantage for me to learn the language. But that doesn't make you lose hope because you've seen an advert and they're saying Finnish. Look for others that have the skills. You get. I have so many friends that, but most of them are in the ICT sector. So most of them are have studied software. So they go on LinkedIn, and in such companies, it doesn't require you to know Finnish. You just need your brain. You're coding the whole time. So,
Yeah.
so they've gone on LinkedIn. They found jobs that suit their skills. You get. So my advice to someone wouldn't be, don't get discouraged. Just keep on searching, and if you feel you learning English would be an added advantage for you, please go for it.
Yeah. Wow, amazing. Let me dive to Georgiana Fossa. We live in an environment where to get information is is scarce. It's so difficult to actually know what to find, where to find what in Finland. And most of the times when you go to offices, not everyone understand or even know how to help you when you are looking for information. And we all know, or you know, that we live in a community. I'm talking now about of the African community. There is too much of hearsay. This one have said that this will not do that. Now you are running for office. You are running for office. If say you succeed, that I know you will, what structure will you put forward to actually provide information to the African community, especially those who have skills that they can actually be engaged in sustainable activity here in Finland, and because of lack of information, they are not able to actually get involved. So, what structure do you have in mind to actually help this set of people who are here in Finland?
Thank you, Debeton. In Latin, we have this saying, ignorare legem juras no excusas, meaning ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignorance of the law means no excuse. So please, it's very important that we go for these issues. It's good to be informed. It's good to be known, because had I known, waits for nobody. So that's a very good point. We have so many learned people here. We have so many big brains, but as you said it earlier, the information is actually far from us. So I think one of the things I'm thinking of doing on the Keskusta is to make sure that we have many info desks around, ready to put the information right there to the people. I know so many learned people all around, but they lack that information. But trust me, everything is there. Finland is rich. Finland has all you need to succeed. Trust me, you don't need to study in Finland and go search for work out of Finland. Everything is here. And how to get to that information is what is the barrier. That's what blocks us.
But
So
what do you think is holding this set of these people back? Why are they not having this? Because there are people who put themselves out there and they get this information. Why not them? Why can't they get this information?
Because they are not informed. They are not informed. They can't get it because they don't know the language. Study the language. Study the language and you will get it. You will know it. At times, they'll put certain things written in Finnish and you'll find the same thing written in English. Trust me, the details end in Finnish.
Wow.
If you can't read through it, if you can't get through it, you won't know it's just a little thing to do. So learn the language. There is no way, I think as an employer, I definitely will not sit and give you that job if I know you have difficulties in understanding certain things. So please, let's stop blaming the Finnish system, blah, blah, blah. Let's just do our best. I was surprised and confused when I was elected recently as one of the board members of the Vanta Municipal Association. You won't believe it. They voted for me. I was like, oh, really? Really? Really. So I too can, you just need to know it, go for it, and you find yourself there. So please, let's get to it. I'm working very hard on that. We already have, for instance, in Vanta, we already have some info desks at places like Tikurela and all the like, but we need more. Libraries also do help a little bit, but I think it'll be better if we have structures put in place just for that. So you could go and say, I have a degree in marketing, for instance. What is this saying? I read this, so I saw this somewhere. What is it saying? At times, some of those things are for you, but because we really don't know what lies behind, we lose it.
Wow.
So bringing that information to the closer to the people will be one of my stuffs.
That's awesome. Let me come back to you, Yvonne.
Yeah, I think Georgia. Oh.
Yvonne, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You are living in Finland.
Hello.
You want to learn the language. Can you get me, Yvonne?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. You are living in Finland and you want to learn the language, knowing fully that you have a good job. Anyway, let me say that.
Yes.
But why is it so necessary for you to learn the language? Why do you think you have to learn the language here in Finland? And also, we all know that there are immigrants here in Finland who they are fed up. It's like they should just tear the system, tear the system. What message do you have for them, to motivate them to keep going? That's two questions for you.
So the reason why I wanted to learn the language was because I have most of my work colleagues are Finns. So they would reach points where they would communicate. Of course, if you're around Finns, they would prefer to communicate in their language. So I can't even engage in that, you get. Like I would feel left out. And then I also realized it's really an added advantage to me being in Finland. Why I know the language? Like Georgiana said, there's so much information that just because the thing is in Finnish, you do not know, you get. So I was I've been in the country here and I don't know the language. Why don't I learn it? So it has been it has been really very, that has been my motivation. To learn the language and to be able to communicate with many people, especially at my place of work, in the language. And then my advice to people, unfortunately, that's life. Even if you're not in Finland, you'd still find difficulties anywhere. So even if you're in Africa, that's how life is. It's tough. So you have to.
We have some questions. We have some questions for Georgiana and Yvonne from Elizabeth Eta. This is it. Let me highlight it here. To Georgiana, Fosang, and Yvonne, what has been your greatest challenge as an immigrant in Finland, and how did you overcome it? Wow.
Challenges have been so many, but I would say the greatest challenge was in regards to my career, going for what I want, the application, the process of looking for a job and finding roadblocks, and then losing hope and wondering. There was a time I really wanted to pack my bags and go back home.
I like that. I like the honesty.
That crossed my bed. I was like, you know what? I'm going. It crossed my mind. I'm going to pack my bags and leave. But then I was like, there's a reason why I'm in this country, so I just can't give up. You get. So that has been my challenges, looking for work and finding, because I really wanted to work in what I studied, because I'm an engineer. I wanted to work in that field. I did not want to work I came here as an engineer, mechanical engineer, you get. So I did not want to work in something I didn't study. Just like Georgiana said, she went for law. That's what she knows, you get. at the end of it, she went for her passion. So that was my passion. So looking for work and not getting that was really quite a challenge for me. But I kept going, I kept pushing, having a support system, family, friends that, you know, also one thing that I noticed is like as immigrants, foreigners, especially in Finland, had this thing that, oh yeah, you're black, you never get something being a cleaner. That was the thing I was told when I started in Finland. You get your master's and you still be a cleaner. I'm like, not me. I won't.
Wow. That's the power of positivity.
I won't.
I remember. Sorry, I remember when when I finished I was in the course of doing my Finnish language, and I went to work. I was cleaning back then, and one lady asked me, "You, with all this knowledge you have, why are you cleaning? You know, the next day I quit." Sorry to hear.
So and then having people who surround yourself with friends who know your goal. I'm not saying minimize people, don't. But if you have someone, if you're surrounded by people who are negative all the time, always looking for the negative situation out of Finland. Oh, Finland is like this, Finland is like this. Clearly, you're also going to end up like that. But then I surrounded myself with people who also them were looking for something out of Finland. And let me tell you, all my friends currently right now, they're all employed professionally in what they studied.
Wow.
All of them. So it's having people who are in your corner and you have the same goal, and then even though a door opens,
wow, I'm having some technical
and then you can push it. Yes.
Wow. Now to Georgiana.
Wow, Yvonne, that was great. Well, I must say that I am really blessed. Everything I've stepped my legs on in Finland, the doors were open.
Yes.
I must be frank to say that. I haven't really faced strong challenges and all. What can we talk about? But there is one thing which I've been noticing all the time, and I think that's really a strong one. This aspect of people or colleagues accepting that, yes, you have an energy and you believe in that energy. Every job I've applied for, I've gotten it. But I have the challenge I face there is that you find people who don't believe you can be this good. It's a kind of tricky challenge, but it is a very big challenge. You know, for instance, you can be working with people who are wondering that this girl has been working in this place for years. How come every other person has made an error in medication and she has not done it? Do you see that kind of challenge? Why is she that person to be this tough? Why is she that? Oh, does she also know about this? You know, why she? I've been facing such kind of, crazy challenge. Those are the little things I have been facing. But to tell you that I present myself somewhere for a job and stuff like that, and the doors are always open for me. Maybe because I come in with one strong energy, with one strength, I'm so sure of myself. I'll tell you, okay, if it's in Finnish, let's go. I'm studying Swedish. Let's try. If it is French, I'll give it to you. If it is English, I'm ready for you. I always go with a very bold face. So be bold, be really bold, and tell yourself, yes, you can. And when you meet this kind of challenge I face, just keep going. I always find people who are like, she can't do this. At the end of the day, they're like, did she make it? So that's my only problem I face here. But then I see on the looking and I go forward. So the secret to it is the challenge was that. And the secret, my solution to it is that I smile over it and I keep going. I look forward.
There's a question for you again. I think from Nwanyam Kumpet.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, what do you expect from us from our African community towards supporting this great political vision you are nourishing. Oh, thank you very much, my brother. Yeah, I really count on each and every one. Those living in Vanta, it's your civil right. Those who are not living in Vanta, you still have that civil right. Vote in your communities and in your municipalities and encourage those who are living in Vanta. Let's sit up. Let's sit up. Let's not sit back and let people decide for us. Be part of it. Be part of the change. Let's go for that change. Trust me, Tesco Star is there for us. It is there for us. So why don't we go for it?
Wow.
Just imagine, picture us tomorrow. Picture us. We want to be heard. Tesco Star is there for us. Please, I know within the African or the immigrant community, voting is not our thing. That I know. But that's a little problem because I'm going to subsequently come up with the techniques and the ways or, the instructions on how to have this. It's a little thing. Please, let's not sit on our civil rights. Take up the banner.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, Georgia, that is very good. That was a wow speech for your campaign already.
We are going to vote for you.
Hey.
Can we vote through SMS?
Yes.
For those who don't know how it happens, just go to libraries. I think most libraries during that period will be ready for that, will be there to help people do the voting and stuff like that. So, but I think I'll be coming up with those little tips we need. So please, let's go for the change. We all need that change. We need our voices to be heard because we have big brains. We are rich. This is the only means through which we can pop out there.
Yeah, that's right. The African community, we have a lot of potentials, and we can't just carry all that what is within us and put them in a box. We have to come out, and from what both of you have been saying is that reach out, network, do what you think you need to do, keep your dreams relevant, make yourself relevant, make yourself heard. No matter the number of rejections, just keep going and never give up. And I think that is something that as immigrants we really need to. It should be like a mantra that we have to live by if we say that we want to continue living in Finland, especially. And also the aspect of the language is really important. For me, sometimes when I said I've been here 12 years and I cannot communicate in the Finnish language, it's something that is quite shameful.
It's like a crime to the States.
It's something that is quite shameful. And Yvonne, you were right when you said that if you really want to get the job, at least try to study the Finnish language. I remember one time I had applied for a job, and the lady said, she told me that if it were just her and her employee situation, she could give me the role. But the problem is my customers are Finns, and not even the younger ones, but the older Finns. So, and most of the older Finns cannot communicate in English language. So that would be a challenge for me if she employs me in that position, because I have to be at the forefront where I'm in constant contact with the customers. So that was the reason I lost the job, or I wasn't employed for that. So it is really important that we should at least try to study language, and be able to communicate in that. So I don't know, we are well over 1 hour. The better, do you think we should stay a little bit more and ask these super ladies some more questions?
I think we have to let's take the last question. Let us keep our viewers. I think they have, but like we have viewers even interacting. Like Elizabeth is asking, do you mind sharing some ideas on how how to get immigrants to vote. I think that we are going to do a follow
Yeah.
up with Georgiana, which maybe we can do a special program for that, like follow up program.
Just to add on that, Georgiana has a Facebook page which everyone can follow and get to keep updated with her vision and the electoral process. So there she's going to be putting contents about the elections, what she's out for, and all of that stuff. So if you want to know everything, go to Facebook and search for Georgiana Forsland. Definitely you're going to see either her personal account and then the page. So whichever, just click and follow her because she deserves the following. We need to follow Georgiana to get her to that place where she will be our mouth, our eyes, our ears, and she can even walk with us and to a better place for our lives in Finland. Just one last question for both of you. At least it wouldn't be good that we stay here for 1 hour 30 minutes. So just the one last question and one last word for those that are viewing right now. What something that will motivate them to keep going in Finland and to keep living their believing in themselves and believing in their dreams. What one last word do you have for the audience? Yvonne, you can start.
Okay, so I'm going to say, just like any other country, any other place, you will still find challenges. Be it America, be it Canada, be it United Kingdom, you still find challenges. But that doesn't mean you should stop. That doesn't discourage you from pushing for your dreams. So go for it. However hard it may seem to be, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So that's what kept me going, because I knew at the end of all of it, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And to have that, you have that great gratification that you've achieved something and you feel so proud of yourself. It's like every day when I do a project and I've achieved it, I'm like, yes, you get.
And you give yourself a pat on the back.
Yes, you get. So go for it and push forward. And with God, everything is possible. So yeah.
Wow, we got everything is possible. I think we have come to the end of this program. But before we go, let me just read some of the comments that viewers have been giving here. I will try my best to read.
Can we allow Georgiana to give her
sorry, I thought she only from my bad. It's like
oh, come
on. My bad is like I'm just want to take the words from your mouth.
No problem, Bebeton. That's okay. Well, the little advice I'll give to the audience out there is that challenges are there to bring out that hidden talent in you. So don't take it as mockery, take it as a step forward. Take it boldly and prove tougher. We are in this together. We are stronger than whatever challenges come our way. So please take challenges as a good thing. Don't look at it the bad way. Look at it just to tell yourself, yes, now I got one thing to work on. Take it and work on it and get the best out of it. And one other thing, don't sit and expect it to come. Go for it. Get your to-do list. Do what you ought to do. Learn your language. Apply for the course. You will get it. Learn your language. Be sure you are up to the task. You will get it. That's Finland. Thank you.
Wow. Learn your language and you get it.
What a powerful way to end it.
This is powerful. It's like I should just end it now. No, but at least let's hear what our viewers are saying, to us today.
Yes.
Elizabeth said, hello, beautiful people. He also said, thanks for hosting this today. I can't wait to learn from these two strong super ladies. Awesome. a good decision you made was to study the language first. I wish I understood the importance of the language earlier. And this is the mistake most immigrants, including myself, make when we came here. That is a take-home message. Wow, this is inspiring. We also Elizabeth Ita said, be bold and go far. Go for what you want." That is Yvonne. Many people are ready to help. All we need is ask, reach out.
Reach out.
Yeah.
Reach out.
We have Christiana says, great initiative. Elizabeth Eta also, rejection is part of the process, but we don't give up. Give it your best. You were called back for the second interview because they saw something in you during the first interview. Well done. Wow, this is when Esther, you mentioned about Christiana Taram Ajubese says, that's very true, Twinnie. I don't know what she means by that. That's great. Again, we have Christiana said, good to try different opportunities, really that which interests most of you. We have our Ebo Excellency also, Teresia Bilola says, great, you listen to yourself. Elizabeth also said, no harm in trying, girl. Some of us really limit ourselves by listening to others' perception of what is possible here and what is not without even trying. I agree with that. You know, you said it even. She also said, wow, Dujana Fosang, I'm humbled by your kind words. You are one superwoman who knows what you want. It's like I should just fly for a chance. Like, let me just keep flying, like, you know. Yeah, I think I'll just like read some few again. Teresa says, it is important to do your homework. Yes, is not a reliable source of information. Unfortunately, most people will prefer it because it is the easiest way to get information. Wow. We have also Nana Boateng says, wow, thanks for commenting my media guru. Nana. Elizabeth says to Georgiana Fosang, okay, the question has already been answered. Emilian says, like purpose, yeah. We also have Nyam Nyam Kumpet, greetings. Okay, we already answered this one.
Yes.
I think that's it for now. Thanks viewers for listening to us. You know, these amazing ladies, women of substance, powerful ladies. They have shared their experience with us, and I'm so grateful that Christabel and I was able to like host, this show and present this guest to you. So, Christabel, can you say something to our guests before we kick them out of this program?
Well, oh my God, it has been really amazing listening to both of you. I must say that I am so inspired, even more inspired than I've been, to pursue my career path, to pursue like what I really want to become. And Yvonne, you have really given me some thinking time. I think I'm going to be thinking quite a lot this night during bedtime. And I think you should follow your footsteps, like exactly what you did. And I think that many of us are going to do same after listening to you. And Georgiana Fossa, you are such a brain. I don't know, a mom, a wife, a nurse, a politician. And well, is there something that you cannot do?
Oh man.
I think you're the one person that can do everything that she sets her mind to do. I don't think there is something that you cannot do, Georgiana Fosang. And thank you so much for being such a powerhouse, Yvonne. Thank you so much. You both are women, and if we think about women of today, that women are facing a lot of marginalization, but both of you are standing there and doing these big things, carrying out these big roles, these big positions in the society, in a foreign land for that matter. So what's there that a woman cannot achieve? Is there something that a woman cannot achieve if she's
Nothing.
trying to eat?
Nothing.
No.
There is no limit.
You are our role models, and yeah, nothing. And keep being our role models and keep doing the great work and keep changing the status quo for women immigrants in Finland and immigrants as a whole. We are so honored to have you here today, and I believe that our audience too were pleased listening from you on what they have learned today. It's something that they will remember for months and months to come. Thank you so much. It was great having you.
But hey, before you stop talking, we have an event tomorrow, the Ambitious Africa event. Can you tell viewers a little bit about it and how they can get involved?
Oh, okay. I am the head of events for Ambitica, and Ambitious Africa is an initiative that was born out of the realization that the Nordic countries have their core strengths in education and entertainment and in entrepreneurship. And they thought that it would be a great idea to share these core strengths with the African countries, or the African continent. So Ambitious Africa already is operating in about 52 or 54 African countries. And myself, the Beton, Dr. Elizabeth Eta, and a host of others, we are representing Team Cameroon in our various roles. I am the head of events, and tomorrow we are hosting an event starting from 10 a.m. Finnish time to about 1:30 p.m. Finnish time. 3? Well, there about 2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, Finnish time. So you are free to join us if you have the time. Maybe after this, the Beton can send the events link to both of you. So if you have time, you're free to join us and let's see what sort of collaboration can come out from there. And also, Georgiana, first time you can get to know a couple of persons that you can network with them and also talk with them, share your vision and ideas with them. In fact, now you're part of the Finnish society, so you can get to know more of them. It will be quite interesting. Who knows? And you can have a moment to still share your vision, and Yvonne can also share something about herself. So hopefully, not just for you, we are also asking like everyone in Finland, if you have time, I'm going to put the link on my timeline after the show. So just register and attend the event tomorrow. It's very important. Let's get to learn from each other.
Okay, and why you should be part of this event? It's going to teach you how to network properly. It's going to give you information on why collaboration and partnership is important, not only in business development, but in our day-to-day activities. Knowingly, or looking at or listening to what Yvonne and Georgina mentioned here today, we can conclude that networking is a key factor in achieving whatever goal you have for yourself or you wish for yourself. So coming to this event will give you that environment to learn from successful companies or persons who have gone through challenges, in the past, and get a breakthrough going through those challenges. So I encourage those of you who have time in between 10 and 2 p.m. just come in and get something out of it. You can never know. Like right now, I believe from this event, Yvonne has got to know Christabel. Christabel has got to know Yvonne. And Yvonne has got to know Georgiana. And Georgiana has got to know Yvonne. This is networking. And who knows in the future what will happen. So this is what I'm all about. Business, networking, and motivation. So guys, thanks for joining us.
To our company.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yvonne will have some backside arrangements,
Yeah. Anyway, we have to go, ladies. We have to go now. Let's keep this chat. Maybe if we can find Yvonne on a link on LinkedIn, and also I can share her contact with you guys. You see, it's okay with
Yvonne,
Yvonne.
are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
My two names.
Yeah.
Maybe with a different name. Same name.
And it's Yvonne Akiding. And on Facebook, I don't use my Insta name.
Okay.
But it's the same name.
Yeah, but I think we are connected on we are connected on LinkedIn. You can send me your Facebook name there privately. I will send you a friend request. Yes, yes.
Okay, ladies. Now we have to call it a goal. Here is an immigrant's journey in Finland, and so far it has been awesome. Thank you guys, and see you soon. I mean, we're going to host most of this program. I mean, in the future, we're going to have different guests here. So, guys, those of you who want to know more about, or want to talk about the journey here in Finland, should reach out to either me, Christabel, Dr. Elizabeth. We're going to bring you here to this program. Until then, have a nice day, everyone, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Everybody. Oh, hey, show you need to know. The Betong is that show. Efficient marketing, your networking, motivation. Everybody. You all. The Betong is that show.
For how long are you going to sit and wait? For how long do you want to share your success stories? Someone out there is waiting for that opportunity. Are you looking for an environment to share your success stories? To share your business ideas? What are you waiting for? The Betong Show is here to answer all your worries. The Betong Show is just toward business innovation, networking, education, and motivation. It creates an environment for business persons like you to share your business ideas and your success stories. The Betong Show creates awareness for business opportunities. It enables you to do proper networking and gain exposure in whatever you do. It creates an online presence and motivate others to keep doing what they love. Do you want to be left out? Follow the Betong Show live every week on Wednesdays and learn new innovative ideas that will make your business grow. Learn how to network properly and what it takes to become a successful business person. The Betong Show is here to change lives. It's here to change mindset. Don't be left out.
Efficient marketing, your networking, motivation. Everybody. You all. The